Oh my god. When you start recording and then you realize that you look like a freaking mess, you just keep rolling with it. Welcome back to my channel, YouTube fam. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. If you guys watched yesterday's video, then you would know that I'm trying to focus on eating more wholesome foods in my diet. This is because I've been having some bad digestive issues for the past couple of months, I'm gonna say now, like ever since I got into an off season, and then I went to Europe, and then I went to Vegas, and obviously I didn't eat the best foods for my body. I've been experiencing some really bad digestive issues, so I'm just not regular. I've been having really bad bloating and all that, so my biggest focus right now, other than improving my physique, is improving my general health as well. Sometimes you see people and they may look really healthy just because they're lean, but they're not the healthiest. This is actually the case with a lot of competitors, myself included. I'm gonna say when I was in prep, I was in a caloric deficit. I was doing more cardio than I should have been, and just based on my body and like what I can handle, I definitely wasn't feeding my body the proper way and getting enough nutrients and getting adequate calories, just because my main goal was fat loss. And when you are in a fat loss phase, it is very hard to do it in a healthy manner because you're depriving your body from the calories it needs. So that's why my biggest focus right now is just to get my body back to a normal state. That being said, if you guys watched yesterday's video as well, you saw my grocery haul. So today I want to show you guys how I'm going to prepare some of those foods. I think today I'll only be doing the chicken, some potatoes, bok choy. I'm really excited to eat some bok choy because last time I had it was probably the first time I ever had it, and I just never thought to buy it myself and cook it myself. So I'm super excited to make that today. And then I also want to try and make some Alfredo sauce. It's already 2:14 p.m. today. I got a super late start to the day. I didn't wake up until around 9:45, which is odd for me. I'm usually out of bed by 7:30 the latest. So today I decided to not set an alarm. I woke up at 7:45 and I was like, nope, not happening. Went back to bed and didn't wake up until 2 hours later. So that felt super amazing. I'm feeling super refreshed and good, but I also don't have as much time as I normally do today because I got a very late start to the day. But this whole thing about me waking up a little bit late than I normally do just because I felt like my body needed the rest got me thinking about something, and I posted about it on Instagram as well. And I'll read what I said to you guys. So what I said was, I woke up a lot later than I normally do this morning, and I don't feel one bit guilty about it. As much as I love waking up early and being productive, I'm sure my body appreciates the rest. Actually, I can feel it. LOL. This got me thinking about how easy it is to get caught up trying to fit into a mold, and I'm not just talking about waking up at 5 in the morning and starting your daily grind. I'm talking about what is engraved into our minds growing up. Things like going to college, university, finding a job, working 9 to 5, forming a family, and the list goes on. Everyone expects us to be a certain way, but what about what you want to do? What about the things that make you happy? You will never find true fulfillment from making others happy. Forget the norm, listen to your body and soul, and pursue the things that make you happy, that make you feel fulfilled. It's kind of crazy how like the smallest thing about me just sleeping in turned into this kind of long caption and self-reflection, but it's so true. I feel like, you know, when I got into fitness and I decided not to go to college, my mom was kind of upset about it. Like, not upset, but just scared. She's like, you're not going to do anything with your life. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do what makes me happy. And the fact that I pursued that and pursued what makes me happy turned into me being able to make a living out of it. And obviously it's not something that everyone can do, and it requires a lot more than just loving it and having a passion for it, because you do have to work and you do have to find ways to make it work, and I guess ways to make an income out of it. But you know what, like I said, if it makes you happy at the end of the day, I'm sure you will find a way to make it work and be able to make it something that turns into a full-time job, which honestly doesn't really feel like a job, because if you're enjoying what you're doing, then at the end of the day it's just gonna come easy to you, and it's gonna be something that you enjoy doing every single day. So wanted to share that with you guys. I guess now I will get into the cooking, even though I don't kind of feel like it, but we're gonna do it because I need food. First thing we're gonna make, something that I can't live without and something that I always make sure that I have cooked in the fridge, is some chicken. I'm gonna make it the same way that I normally do because I like cooking it that way. It's easy. I don't have to keep my eye on it the whole time. So we're gonna bake some chicken. Gonna throw some sweet potatoes in there as well, and I think I'll save the spaghetti. Actually, no, let's throw the spaghetti squash in there as well. Not only are we gonna be cooking today, we're also gonna be cooking the easy way, because that's the only way that I like cooking and will cook. Normally, I don't do anything with the chicken. I just leave it as it is, as a whole chicken breast, and I will add whatever seasonings I have to the chicken. Today, I'm using the original blend, Mrs. Dash. And then we're gonna add some basil, some salt, and a little bit of pepper. And I'm throwing the spaghetti squash, all the sweet potatoes in there together with the chicken. 350, let's do it. So I'm gonna do a timer for 45 minutes for the chicken. And I will most likely be leaving the sweet potatoes and the spaghetti squash in there for at least an hour. The spaghetti squash might be longer than an hour, but we'll see how it goes. You definitely have to keep an eye on it and just touch it, I guess, to know when it is ready. It'll be kind of like softer on the outside. While that's in the oven, I want to go ahead and try and make this bok choy. I have never in my life made bok choy, but I do love it. It's amazing. It tastes super good, and it's perfect to increase my vegetable intake. So we're gonna try this bok choy right now. I'm gonna be heating this up at medium heat. After that's all heated up, I'm gonna throw in some olive oil in there. I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons, I think the recipe calls for. I'm gonna throw the garlic in there, let it cook up a bit, and then I'll be throwing in the bok choy. I'm way too excited to try this to wait until I sit down to eat it. God. That is fire. The fact that I used olive oil to cook instead of using cooking spray just goes to show that I'm actually very serious about this whole like nourishing my body with the proper nutrients thing. I added some chicken in there as well, so I already had it pre-cooked, threw it in there just that way I wouldn't have to use the microwave to heat it up, and I'm gonna dig in. That's something you can definitely add some carbs to, so you can do some rice, some quinoa, and make it into like a type of stir fry. I didn't have any rice cooked. Didn't feel like cooking any rice, so I'll probably just have like some puffed wheat cereal or like fruit on the side. Alright, so 45 minutes later, the chicken looks cooked and ready. I'm gonna leave the sweet potatoes and the spaghetti squash in there, and I will show you guys what everything looks like when it's done. Here are the sweet potatoes. They're nice and soft, so that's how you know they're ready. And I'm gonna throw those in a Ziploc bag. This is in a Tupperware, chicken's in a Tupperware, and that will all be going in the fridge. What even are check-ins? It's been so damn long since we all, me and you guys, did a physique update, a check-in with my coach Jose Rosas with Alpha Training Protocols, but today is Sunday, which means that I actually checked in with him since I kind of have been following something for the past week. The reason why I hadn't checked in with him in about a month because I was traveling, I wasn't being consistent with my plan, with my macros, so if there's something that he can really look at and change, then there's no reason why I should be checking in. So that's why I hadn't really checked in properly with him. But today I did, and he just got back to me. So I want to share the check-in with you guys and kind of give you an update on what he thinks about my physique while I let the video from this morning play and show you guys where I am currently. I'm currently weighing 123.4 pounds like you guys saw on my scale, and if you guys are interested in getting one of these body analyzer scales, you can check the link down below and you get, I believe, 60% off your order. It calculates your body fat, your water weight, your bone density, and your lean body mass. So he said, this is the ideal physique for my off season. We can see lines. I'm looking full. You can still see my abs. There's quad separation and my muscles look full and healthy. And he's also saying that my quads are making some great improvements as well. So that's really good feedback, and it actually feels really good to have some feedback on my current physique right now. Like I said, I haven't checked in with him in a long time, so I'm only going based off of what I see in the mirror, and we can be very hard on ourselves and we don't really see what other people see. In terms of like gaining the weight back after being so lean during my competition prep, I think I'm doing really well. Obviously some days it's a little bit weird and different, not seeing my body as lean as I was at that point, but this isn't my first off season. I have been through 3 off seasons now, so I knew what to expect. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was coming. So the fact that I was very prepared mentally made the transition very easy, and just the fact that I am really taking the focus off my physique and focusing more on my health and just feeling good in general. Like I've said a million times, my goal isn't to be the leanest, so I think the fact that I've engraved that in my head has made accepting how I look right now very easy. And I'm really happy with where I'm at as well in terms of my physique. I've been able to travel and be more flexible with my approach to the point where I wasn't even tracking at all, not being consistent in the gym, and I still look fairly decent in my opinion. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way that everything is going. I'm happy that he's happy with how everything is looking, and I will let you guys know if anything changes in terms of my macros and everything like that. I'm gonna see if I have time to make the Alfredo sauce, and I will show you guys that in a little bit here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% convinced by that sauce. And I'm sure you guys know why. If you saw what it looked like in the last clip, then yeah, it doesn't look quite right. Yeah. I mean, I could try it and see what it tastes like, but can I do pizza sauce on pasta? Not quite how I expected to be eating my pasta, but pasta is pasta. I could be really upset about the fact that I wasted quite some time trying to make this Alfredo sauce and it just did not turn out whatsoever, but when all else fails, shredded lettuce and chicken got your back. Honestly, that salad was super good. It was like a little penne salad and I enjoyed every single bite. I'm sure the Alfredo might have been a little bit better, but that's okay. I'll definitely have to come back to that recipe and try it again. I think the conversion in between the cornstarch and the all-purpose flour just wasn't exactly the same. I just went by what I read on the internet. I was just trusting Google and apparently it did me wrong. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, I got to eat and my salad was good. But something that I wanted to share with you guys that I've been reading today. So I've been really looking into the whole digestion thing and things that will improve our digestion and just make it better overall. And I actually learned quite a few things today. And I wanted to share them with you guys just in case any of you are kind of struggling with the same thing that I've been struggling with. The first thing, they suggest staying away from like cold foods and cold water in general because our body temperature is pretty warm and our stomach actually needs to heat up everything that we ingest to this body temperature to begin the digestive process. So when we drink or eat cold things, it actually disrupts this process. So one of the biggest things they recommend is staying away from drinking cold liquids after you eat, which is something that I always do, whether it's aminos, water, or diet pop. It's like a go-to for me always. So that's a big thing right there, is just making sure that you're having your water before your meal. So what I've been doing today is I've been having at least 1 liter of water, or trying to have 1 liter of water before my meals, and then I'll wait like 30 to 45 minutes until I feel like I'm ready to have some water after my meal. The primary ways that digestion is disrupted are not chewing properly, I'm sure we all know that, excess liquids with meals, antibiotics, excess juicing in raw cold foods, excess sugar in diet, and excessive consumption of artificial alkaline water. They also say that when you buy alkaline water in stores, sometimes they put chemicals in them that will disrupt digestion as well. And they also recommend these foods to help heal your digestive system. So ghee is one of them, trica 2, digestive bitters, aloe vera, and slippery elm. So if you guys aren't familiar with any of these, I would highly recommend reading up on them. I will actually link the article that I read this from down below, because honestly it's a really good article. It has really good points and a lot of information that can be useful to a lot of us, even if we don't have digestive issues, just so we can prevent them at least. I will link that below, and I'm gonna wrap up this video. Becca just scared the shit out of me. Right now, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am so sorry about that little failed incident. I sucked with the Alfredo sauce. It was so bad. What happened? I don't know. I just didn't turn out. But yeah, so if you guys like the video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions for me, anything to tell me, then make sure to leave it down below. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, you guys, and have a good day.